One more success, one more happiness, one more money. Yes, there is a way. Why do people who make more money, why do people who are happy, why do people who are successful, why is that? I'll tell you one thing they are amazing at: understanding their own identity, understanding who they see themselves as, what they see their identity as, not as in pronouns and he and she and her and him, but their identity they see themselves as. Now, let me explain what I mean. I work with super successful people, and when I meet them and talk to them, and they will have challenges, but I know they see their challenges and they will come around their challenges and they will see they're still going to be successful. They'll still see it's going to work. By having that vision, by having that feeling, by having that mindset, by having that emotion and that energy, they create success. They're no different to normal people. Super successful people are no different to normal people. I work with sports people, the top sports people, the top sports people who have privilege of working with teams and individuals, those who stay at the top. How do they do it? They train as hard as anybody else, and they've got all the skills everybody else has got. What makes them different? They identify as being super successful. And if they identify as being super successful, they will find ways of doing the super successful work that needs doing. They will learn, they will develop, they will grow. I deal with people who are fundamentally very happy. They identify as somebody who is happy. So what am I talking about? So I ask you, what do you identify yourself as? I'm going to give you a very, very brief snapshot of my life and my story and why this resonates so strongly with me. Came out of school with nothing, but I knew I'd be successful. I knew I read the right books, Zig Ziglar and Tony Robbins in the day, and they gave me that belief I could be successful. So I was, and I was driven, and it enabled me to find ideas. I was no different. I was not brighter than anybody else. I worked hard, but I didn't work harder, massively harder than other people. I was committed, but it was this belief in success that made me committed. And I built an amazing business, and I saw myself as successful. I had everything. Now, here's the twist. I then fell into the trap of the vile thing called alcohol, and I became an alcoholic, very open about it. Now, I wasn't drinking vodka in the shower, but I was drinking almost every day. Now, what happened is I became addicted to a product that then started really me questioning my identity. I didn't see myself as successful anymore. I didn't see myself as a worthy person anymore. I saw myself as somebody who's making bad decisions with drink. I started seeing myself as a drunk. I started seeing myself as an alcoholic. Guess what? Everything else around me fell apart. And then I started seeing myself as a failure. I started seeing myself as a disaster. Guess what? Guess what came? Failure came. Disaster came. I lost the business. I lost relationships. I lost any part of successful identity. I walked around with shame. But I created it in my own head. It's how I identified myself. And I drove it and drove it such a spiral. I got to the very, very edge. How did I turn that round? How did I get to where I am these number of years later, 5, 6 years later, being able to talk to thousands of people, publishing books, doing training courses, traveling the world, speaking and loving speaking, sharing my story? How? Because I changed my identity again. I changed how I saw myself. I saw myself as, right, I'm not going to be this person anymore. I'm going to find a way through. And I had no idea how I was going to start paying back the horrendous debt I owed. Still working on it now, but I don't fear it every day. I find ways of paying it and not running away from it. I became incredibly unfit. I didn't worry about being unfit anymore. I saw myself as somebody who's going to get fit step by step by step, by run by run. And then I saw myself doing something I truly loved, and this is what I love. I love the mindset, the motivational, the mental health world. I love it, and I am so privileged. I've created myself another chance in life, older in life, that I'm now living an amazing life. You can too. How do you identify yourself? Let's talk about a couple of key things. Let's talk about failure. We all fail. I'm going to go back to these people I talk about, the people I coach, people I speak to, people I meet, people who get in touch with me, who everybody would on the outside would look as super successful. Let me tell you right now, the most successful people I know are the biggest failures I know. Now, what on earth am I saying? They have failed at more things, more times than most people added together. The super successful people fail, 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 fail. but they don't identify as a failure. They don't let that failure cripple them. They don't let that failure stop them. They don't let that failure become their identity. I was super successful. I failed. And for a number of years, through alcohol, through mental health, through all these things, I literally identified as a failure. And guess what? I kept failing. I kept failing. I kept failing. Then one day I said, no more failure, Cliff. And guess what? I stopped failing. No, I didn't stop failing. That's ridiculous. I found a way. I learned from my failures. I started using failures as like a learning curve, as an experience. Failure is not an identity, it's an experience. I don't go and charge after failure anymore, but I know when I go and create something new, and I do new videos, and I write a new book, and I do a new course, and I go and pitch for a big event, I'm not going to get everyone right, so the chances are there's failure coming. I learn from it. I have it. I don't have it as an identity. I have it as an experience. I will pitch for something and I don't get that. I don't think, well, I'm now a failure. I say, okay, I didn't pitch that right, or I wasn't right for them. Well, there's a reason, but it's not my identity. My identity is I am positive. So when you're thinking about your own identity, if you've got failures in your life, they do not identify you. Walk away from it. No, hold it, own it, learn from it, grow, develop. Relationships, we'll talk about. People maybe not in a relationship at the moment, maybe they've been married or in a long-term relationship and it broke down. You're not a failure. It's an experience. Now, you may have done things in that relationship that brought it to an end. Well, fine, you did. You cannot now go and get a clock and turn it back. Have you learned? Are you learning? Are you looking for a new relationship? Now, ask yourself, when it comes to identity, would you want to be in a relationship with you? Now, it sounds a little odd, but think about it. How you act every day, how you talk every day. Do you offer your commitment? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Are you constantly unhappy, or no, I've got it wrong again, but I'm going to find a right way. I'm going to find a right way. I'm going to dream. I'm going to keep positive. Well, that's how you create a new relationship, if that's who you want to be in a relationship. If you want to be in a relationship with a positive, enthralling, exciting person, they want to be in a relationship with an exciting person too. Become exciting. Become bring that identity, make it part of you. Money. Do you identify somebody with no money? If you do, you will never have any money. You can try and work hard, you can do this, but there's the energy around you, your DNA, your habits, your behaviors, your thinking will be like somebody who doesn't have money. I know people who are super successful and super happy with money, but I'll talk about people who just make money and aren't particularly happy, right? But they know how to make money. That's their focus, that's their thing, and that's not right or wrong, that's their thing. And all they think about is making money, not morally making money in the right way, but that's their identity. And they get up every day, and sometimes they'll not make money, but they'll not think, oh, well, I'm going to fail, and I'm going to lose. They'll go and make money the next day. They'll go and make money the next day. So if you want more money, think, act, identify like somebody who's going to make money. If you start identifying like somebody who's going to be successful, if you start identifying like somebody who's in a great relationship, somebody who's going to make money, somebody who's going to start being happy, a new energy will come around you, a new identity will grow, and it will all be growing from your thoughts. The mindset, the magical mindset program I talk about all the time, everything I talk about, I could simplify. I always say it's simple, but not easy. It's about your thinking. You can write comments, you can be negative, you can do these things. I get constant comments, and they do make me chuckle about my big nose. It's not my identity. I've got a big nose, that's it, but I'm bloody successful at what I do now. I'm speaking to thousands of people. I live an amazing life. I can run 100K. I'm paying off a load of debts that I own. I think I'm a really good parent to my daughter. There's just me and her. We have a good life. We go Arsenal, we go England, we do all these things. But my nose doesn't identify me. So create an identity from your thinking. Create the identity you want to be, and really think about it, and really put that time into it. Failure's not your identity. Past relationships aren't. Loss of money aren't. All these, you can end the thing, they're not your identity. Your identity is how you think and see yourself. If you think and you see yourself in the right way, with the right energy, with the right identity, I guarantee you success, happiness, wealth, all those things are coming. You gotta stay resilient, relentless, commitment, But you only have those words. If you find the identity and then you find a reason to keep going, to keep going, to keep going, that's it. Create your own amazing, fun, happy, wealthy, successful identity. It's all possible. That's it for me.